Plus sets. What are plus sets? How we can add them to your routine, and even if you're not strictly following a training program, how you can still throw them in your workouts to really spark new growth for strength and muscle. I've used plus sets in the past for years. I use it with my online students, and this is how you can do it as well. Before we dive into this lesson, please check the links in the description. You have the Bodyweight Tribe. It's a huge library of calisthenics content, everything that a calisthenic athlete needs. Calisthenics programs, programming tutorial, exercise tutorial, nutrition plans, recipes, and so forth. Check it out, cheap, affordable. That's why I created it. And I also have refaelpass.com, where I do my online coaching, one-on-one online coaching. If you're up for the task, both links are in the description. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you feel. What are plus sets? Plus sets are sets where you go for as many reps as possible. So usually you will see a program where you have, like, let's say 2 sets of 8 and 1 set of 8, but it would be a plus set. So in the program, that's where you hit for 8 minimum. You can go for even more than that. So you will have 8, 8, and let's say 11. Have the volume, the practice, and on certain days that you want to go all out, you can do it and not sacrifice the rest of the workout. But you still get that all out stimulus that a lot of calisthenics athletes seek. You see in a lot of calisthenics videos that everything is high intensity attempts, high intensity short isometric hold. It's planks and go down. It's one arm chin up and go down. Everything is high intensity. So you can still serve that craving, and this is important. Because I don't want really to downgrade your programming to the extent that you're not enjoying. The peak is where you follow a training program that really suits your personality. So for example, if I program straight sets, 5 sets of 5 seconds, straddle plunge, and I do that for someone, or you can equate that to you following the program, doing that for yourself. 5 sets of 5 straight sets where the intensity is the same throughout all set, regardless of your activation or neurological activation and engagement throughout the workout. That will be a high intensity guy, a competitive guy, that fire nature athlete. He will interpret that session as boring. Because somewhere in the middle, or towards the end, whatever, he will want to try another, to go all out, to try a max. But you didn't really answer that craving of going all out, high intensity, getting that, crushing, smashing stimulus that you want. And this is how you can really serve that craving in a responsible way. And still getting the objective of the workout done. Okay, so you want more volume, we can do something like that. If you're, let's say, working with 85% of your 1 rep max, let's say it's weighted dips or weighted chin-ups, where you do use percentages, you're not going heavier, but you do perform, let's say, a 5 rep plus set as your last set of 5 sets of 5. Okay? So you still get volume done, but it's with the same intensity. Instead of, ramping up the weight to your maximum prematurely. Okay, you want to accumulate volume, you want to accumulate and not really reach that high intensity all the time. That's the way that you can serve that craving. A lot of programs have used that in the past, and let's see why they use them and how. Juggernaut method, it's a linear periodization program from tens to singles. He has you, Chad Wesley-Smith, doing 5 sets of 10, but the last set is a 10 plus. So it's a lot of volume. He doesn't want you to go too heavy, obviously. Those are sets of 10 with like 60% of your 1 rep max. But you can still answer that craving that some athletes seek, so you can go all out on the last one. A lot of people will find that by the time that they reach the last set, they don't really want to, or if they do, and you have those more engaging sessions, or you're training with friends and the environment is fire, yeah, you do have that set where you can go really all out, maybe a set of 12. And Grayscale uses same thing, but with 3 sets of 5. The last one is a plus set. 531, actually, the program, I discussed about the program a lot, revolves around this single set. It's one set really that is stimulatory. The previous sets are almost like warm-ups. They are not heavy enough. 5 sets of plus with 85, 3 sets of plus with 90, and 1 plus set with 95. And basically it's a repetition PR. So every workout you are trying to break the previous record of, let's say, your 5 rep max record, or your 3 rep max record, or your 1 rep max record. It's a repetition PR. Whereas not necessarily here you would break a PR because you did already a lot of, you acquired a lot of significant volume here. So you're not fresh as you are in the 531, and you have the 5th set by Sweet Burns and a lot of programs. Either way, it's a nice high intensity stimulus that you can do in your training and maintain that intensity that you want to work at, but still go all out. And this is how you can do it if you don't really follow strictly a training program. Let's say you do have a training journal, or you just write on your notes on iPhone, or you post on social media so you know how you performed on previous sessions. Let's take overhead press. That's weak, that's performance. So a set of 10, 10, 9 with 60 kilogram, 3 sets of 8 with 65, hitting singles with 80. So I just, scrambled a few numbers here, sessions, to give the example of someone who trains. Yes, he trains the same movement, but, quite sporadically, and it's fine if that's you. Let's understand how we can work with that. You look at your training log, you look at your numbers, and you can simply pick a number that you want to hit and really break a plateau. So you take this workout, 3 sets of 8, and you say, okay, I never did, let's say, 9 repetitions with 65 before. I did 3 sets of 8. So that was across 3 sets, but I never hit a set of 9 with that. So you want to go for repetition PR. That will be a new record. It's repetition record. So you go for 1 all-out set and you get 11 repetitions. So you know that you're on the right track because it's a repetition PR, and it hints of the possibility that your 1 rep max would increase. And you can take that singles, and you can do a double set of 1 repetition plus with 80, and you get a double. So you can estimate that you're on the right track because you haven't done doubles with 80 kilogram yet. You can use this for a planche. You can use this for front lever. You can use this for weighted calisthenics, for every exercise. Here, the same thing, 5 sets of 5. Let's take 1 really hard set of 5 and see how many reps can I get. Boom, so you have 8 reps with that, and you can estimate your 1 rep max. You have online calculators. They are not yet take into account the fact that they're not 100% precise for everybody, but you see the growth. Even though you are not training really your 1 rep max, it hints of the progress that you have been making, fluctuating between different workouts, repetition ranges, and not necessarily following a strict training program. And so you can use that. You can estimate your 1 rep max. And I use that often in my training programs. Some people train more intuitively, right? And that's totally fine. I usually say that as long as you are working hard and you stick to your main movements, so let's say you want to improve the overhead pressing, the handstand push-up, and the chin-up. As long as you really practice those 2 to 3 times a week and you're training hard, you'll be fine. Okay, so you don't really have to 12 months within a year train religiously under a training program. I want to give you guys stuff that are applicable, because I know that a lot of people train more intuitively. So you have, that type of program, and one day you really want to go for the pump, so you perform bodyweight chin-ups. And another workout, you want to go like that, you pump an intensity, so you go for 5 rep chins, okay, weighted chins, weighted. And another workout, you want to hit, 1 rep max chins. So it fluctuates depending on how you feel, right? You're intuitively training. So let's say the day that you do bodyweight chin-ups, you can try to break your PR with the bodyweight chin-ups. So let's say you never did more than 20. So today you will aim for 21 or 22. That's the goal of today. And if you can set your mind around breaking some sort of a PR, even if it's a high repetition and it might not necessarily seem correlated with your improvements in 1 rep max, you're working hard, you're training with the intensity that really produces a lot of results. And you find the system that makes you train hard. And this is usually what programming is for, to allow you to train hard. And another day you will want to hit that medium intensity sets of 5. So you'll maybe say, okay, I never did more than 5 repetitions with 20 kilograms. So you hit 5, and then the last one, you try to break your 5 rep max. And you do 7 with that. So that's an improvement. And then you test your 1 rep max, and all of a sudden you see that you added 5 kilograms because your mind was objected towards just getting better every day, breaking some sort of a PR, not necessarily the 1 rep max, to the extent that by the time that you really tested your PRs in a matter of, let's say, 4 or 5 weeks, because this system engaged you, it got you engaged enough to not really worry about your 1 rep max. You served that craving of high intensity throughout 4 to 5 weeks. Now that you tested your 1 rep max, you did improve by 5 kilograms. So that's a nice system. You can do high intensity, you can get that stimulus and without maxing out. And let me give you an example from yesterday, really, because I just had this workout yesterday with the iron cross. I had 5 sets of 5 prescribed with 20 kilograms support right here on the band system with the bands. And I basically did 5 sets of 5, and I added another set plus set, and I got 10. Okay, and I can take that 10, and I already know that I'm on the right track, because 10, even as a last set, especially as a last set, a set of 10 for me is very impressive. I know that I'm on the right track when I will hit my iron cross high intensity session single in a matter of 5 weeks. Okay, so within my training program, so I do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 5 weeks, I'm hitting heavy singles. I can test my estimated 1 rep max, set of 3 plus, boom, and I ended up with 6. I can estimate it and know if I'm on the right track towards my heavy singles. So that's how I used it. And today I'm sore, my biceps are thrashed from the set of 10. It was an all-out effort. I have 7 days to recover. I know it's enough. So even though I went all out, high volume, high intensity, and I have enough recovery time, and that's how I used it. If you've used Placet before, let me know in the comment. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, whatever really you feel. Check the links. Thank you. See you next time.